Hey, good morning. Glenda Austin here. I'm from First Christian Church in Joplin. I just arrived and I've got some things to play. I just came from First Methodist Church in Joplin, which is really my home church. I was married in that church. This summer, my husband and I, David, will celebrate, oh my goodness, I can hardly say it, 53 years. And we were married in that church. Can't believe it's been that many years I've been married. Almost 53 years. Wow. And I thank God for that. That's a privilege. I know that. But at any rate, I just came from there, and Gloria and I, as usual, we played some before, we call it gathering music. And we did, I like playing Wonderful Grace, but I really like to hear a choir sing it. And I love to hear the men do this part. Any men out there that have sung this part? Here we go. Wonderful grace of Jesus. If I were to host or have a hymn sing, I would definitely do this one. And then we went into at Calvary. Years I've spent in vanity and pride, caring not my Lord was crucified the Sunday after Easter. Try to adjust this a little bit more so you can see, I think, the keyboard better, maybe. We do this regularly a lot, and sometimes I feel like I play this all the time, but it's a big request and the people like it. And of course, I heard an old story. I don't get tired of it, but you might. But we played it. How he gave his life on Calvary to save a wretch like me, and I am a wretch. We are all wretches. Thank God for His grace. We don't have to be. while people are coming in and they're talking and, fellowshipping. And then we stop and our pastor says, now let's prepare our hearts for worship. So at that time, Gloria and I calm it down a little bit, and they're very quiet. And I think they're thinking, they're meditative. And we played, He is Lord. At the end of our quiet prelude, where the people are meditating, Gloria then, whatever key we're playing in, this is in the key of F, she immediately on the organ goes into a chime, and she plays a chime 3 times, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. So it's very effective, and it's very calming to hear a single chime. So that's kind of how our service starts, and then it's kicked off. Now, the opening hymn that we sing today is actually the same tune as a Christmas, Angels from the Realms of Glory, and it's called Easter. People, raise your voices. And you know the melody. Did you know it's got some Easter words to it? I'm not sure I did. But we sang it, and the people knew it. It's in the Methodist hymnal. And then I played the offertory, and Gloria and I were going to play something together, and something kind of at the last minute this morning she said, well, she was out. She said, I'm not going to do an offertory. Let's don't do a duet. So you come up with something, and that's kind of how we roll sometimes. And she could have come up with something if I said, no, you do it. But she asked me, she said, can you come up with something? I said, I'll figure out something. So our weather outside is cloudy and rainy, and I thought of, I'm going to play Showers of Blessings. I don't know if it's after Easter, but it's springtime, and I like it. There's showers of blessings. There's showers, seasons refreshing. Whoops. Showers of blessings. Showers of blessings. Mercy drops rain are falling. Up for the showers. It was kind of a waltz. I turned it into a waltz. That's how I started it, and so I ended it that way. I did not change keys for the offertory at First Methodist. I don't know why I did just now. A lot of my friends that play and improvise and play by ear, it's fun to, sometimes as you're playing, you just think of something else to do and you just kind of go off on another tangent, kind of spontaneous. So when I changed keys on that Showers of Blessings, it just came to me, oh, let's do a nice key change here, and it worked. And you know what? I have to to be careful because I can get myself in trouble. Sometimes it could be a disaster. I go to some key that, oops, that was not a good thing to do, Glenda. But that one worked out, thank God. So showers of blessing, that's what I played for the offertory. And then the closing today at First Methodist, Take My Life and Let It Be. You know this one, consecrated, Lord, to Thee. Oh, part of the service today, we have a puppet ministry, and our youth do it. And so we had a puppet moment. I think they call them Giggles and something else. And they sing a song. So I'll play it. I'm gonna let it was perfect. And everybody liked the puppets. And the kids loved doing it. Let it shine, let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no. I'm gonna let it shine. Everybody knows that from your childhood. Now, you know, once in a while I have to address a question or a comment I get about my singing. And I'm not a singer. I do not promote myself as a piano player and I sing, I do my own vocals. I kind of speak the words. Have I sung before? Yes, I have sung before. I taught music in the schools. I've taught from preschool, K, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, through high school. I've had little kids. I've had middle school kids, which I loved, by the way. I've had high school kids. I've had choirs. I've had to do a lot of singing, a lot of demonstrating, but it's really not my thing to just get out there and, oh, I'm going to sing while I play. It's not my ministry. I don't want to do that. So I kind of speak the words, but occasionally Gloria and I get a kick out of some of the comments. And last Sunday, we did a Facebook Live from her house after our Easter dinner. And we don't really sing. We kind of talk them through and sing a note here and there. And people will say occasionally, I enjoy your piano playing, but your singing, not so much. And we kind of laugh. And I agree. It's not what we promote ourselves as doing. But sometimes with these songs, I just kind of say the words along with them. So I have to clarify that because I know some people think, why is she singing or kind of not singing? Maybe she shouldn't sing. And you're exactly right. I probably shouldn't. But sometimes the words, you know, it's all about the words. I love the melody, but I like the message. So there you go with my singing. Will you ever hear me sing a big solo like I shall now sing? Never. Never, never. But you'll hear me play. I'm going to move on to First Christian Church. And, I got to show you their bulletin. Oh, my goodness. I love it. I love it. My Lord and my God. Look at this picture. You know, they have the bulletins. We used to do that. I know a lot of churches don't. But I love this so much. It's extra, I know. There's the scars, the nail-scarred hands. Oh, I love that picture. I might have to put that on my refrigerator, keep that. It's very meaningful to me. So here's what we're singing at First Christian. Let me take a look. Well, you know what? They're singing Victory in Jesus. I already played it, so I won't repeat it for you. Oh, now here's one. I'm going to look at the music too. We don't do it often, but I think you know it. Do you know the nail-scarred hand? I just mentioned it in the picture. Perfect for today. I'm going to look at the music just to refresh my memory. love the words. Put your hand in the nail-scarred hand. It's not put, it's place your hand. Place your hand in the nail-scarred hand. Place your hand in the nail-scarred hand. Now listen to this. He will keep to the end. He's your dearest friend. Place your hand in the nail-scarred hand. Beautiful song. That is our, we call it, or I call it, the hymn of invitation, our closing hymn. Growing up, that's what we called it. The altar call hymn, the hymn of invitation. But this is what we're singing for the closer. Do you know, have faith in God? Where it says, have faith in God, He's on His throne. Have faith in God, watches for His own. He will prevail. Have faith in God, have faith in God. And that's pretty much the music here at First Christian and First Methodist. And I want to tell you about a concert I was part of last night. It was live streamed, and a few of you watched it on my Glenda Austin Pianist Facebook page, where you are right now, and it's still available. Once it's live streamed, it's there forever. And it was at the college where I work in a company, and it was called America 250, a patriotic celebration of the birthday of our country. It combined our choral department. We had about, I'm going to say 65 people in a choir. We had some community folks from the area that have been coming for several weeks on Thursday evenings. They joined our college kids in the choir. We had them singing together. It involved our orchestra. It involved our band. And everything about it was all-American. For example, the band played Stars and Stripes Forever. And, you know, there's that piccolo section. We had 4 piccolos, and man, they rocked. You can still go back and watch this. Check it out. It's on my page. The band played that. We also had a big medley that the choir sang, Salute to the Armed Forces. And when they would sing each song, if you were in the audience and you were a member of that branch, Army, stand up, you know, off we go. It did the Naval, it did the Coast Guard, it did the Marines. It was a big, big hit. My husband was in the audience, and he said, you know, I think it was all just so wonderful to hear so many people on a stage and see, and I will post a few pictures later this afternoon. It was a tight squeeze. To hear that many people sing and to see in the audience the veterans stand up, if they were a member of that branch of that song, David said that was really kind of teary. That was a tearful moment. It could be the men that had served. We did a big arrangement of God Bless America. Just everything was just perfect, and it could not have gone any better. I didn't play on a lot of it. I did the rehearsals on the piano for all the choir pieces, and I played on a couple things with the orchestra, but I didn't play on a lot because there wasn't a part that I would play. I was mainly the rehearsal person. I knew every song. I knew every voice part. We did My Country 'Tis of Thee, America the Beautiful. You know, I think I'll play that right now. I think of Catherine Bates, who wrote the words to this. She took a trip to Pikes Peak. Read the story about Catherine Bates and how she wrote the words to this. She was in awe of this Now, they did it better than that because it was a beautiful arrangement that was performed. It wasn't just me playing it through like that. And another one, okay, that's America Beautiful. Oh yeah, My Country, 'Tis of Thee. A big arrangement of this. Boy, the choir sounded so great on this. I've talked about what makes an arrangement different and some things you can do. In that arrangement of My Country, 'Tis of Thee, the arranger, Dan Forrest, who is an excellent arranger for choirs, for orchestras, for bands, all things. He's just a fantastic arranger. He turned the time signature into 4 beats. Now, normally it's 3. My Country, 'Tis of Thee. 1, 2, 3, 1. That's what we know it as when we sing it. He turned it into 4. That's one way any of you musicians out there want to do an arrangement. A quick way, you change the time signature. If it's in 3, you put it in 4. If it's in 4, you put it in 3. So that's a little bit about what I did last night and have been practicing for weeks on this. And it all came to a culmination. We had, I'm going to say, oh goodness, we had several hundred people in the audience. We were in a big performing auditorium on our campus, which seats about 1,000. And we did not have 1,000, but I would wager to say we had maybe 700 people. It was very full. And I've seen some of the people at church this morning that were there last night. Can't say enough about how good it was. And I'm not saying this like bragging, like, oh, we are so good, oh, the college is, but I tell you what, I know what it takes to put a program together with an orchestra, with a band, with a big choir, with a stage, with a shell, with getting all the instruments in place, with conducting it. We had 3 different conductors. We have a band conductor, we have an orchestra conductor, and we have a choral conductor, and they all 3 conducted different sections. There's a lot of moving parts to put it together, and we worked on it. And so, not, as I said, I'm not saying it to brag, like, yay, look how great we were, but I know the work the kids put in on it, the time. And when you do something like that, whether it's a program, whether it's a project at home, something at your work, and it comes to pass, and you know, without boasting, it paid off. And that's what I always would say with students. You know, I want you to do the best you can do, and we're going to do everything to prepare the best we can do, because that's what we're going to give of ourselves for the people that come. And of course, there were mistakes last night. Of course, things went wrong. I don't know what, but I can tell you there's always something. So enough about that and last night, and I hope you all are going to have a good day. And you know what? I probably need to do a couple more, and then, as I say, hang up. Let's see. Let me just flip over to something. Oh, here's one I posted. Oh, it's been a few months ago. And I said, you know, we don't do this very often. And boy, did I get a lot of response with people saying, you're right. We need to do this. Living for Jesus. saw that. Let me see. Let me read you a few names that I could see. Jeannie, Kay. I'm going to scroll back a ways and see. Clarine. Douglas. Douglas, you watched the live last night. Thank you for doing that. I think you enjoyed it. You made a couple of comments, and I'm so glad you tuned in. And we'll have more concerts, by the way. We live stream a lot of our concerts from the college, and I will try to keep you posted because I think several people did tune in. Bob is watching. Susan is watching. George and Nancy, Jean, Bob, Marty, Gary. Goodness, so many people. I can't believe you all tune in this early. It's about 10, almost 10:30 here, Central Time. Kimberly, my friend Kimberly, you watched the concert last night. I'm so glad you did. I appreciate you. You watch a lot of my videos. Thank you. Sue, Linda. Oh, Linda Louise, my sister-in-law's name, Linda Louise. I like that, very pretty. Patty, Connie, goes on and on. All you great people, thank you, thank you. Linda, Marilyn, David, Bob again, Joyce. Gosh, I can't believe you all are up this early wherever you are, but thanks. Glad you are. Okay, I'm going to hang up. Thanks for tuning, and I'll catch you next week, Lord willing.